In this video, I show you a rare tree that bears shoes. I share my knowledge of the forest.
That white stuff, of course, is snow.
And I demonstrate my orienteering competence.
Okay, I gotta admit, I'm having a heck of a time staying on the trail here.
Today, we drive to Whitefish Falls to explore a section of a trail network. And I use today's hike as an experiment to see how trustworthy a popular trail app is as I try to get to a high lookout a few kilometers from Whitefish Falls. On the drive there, I stopped to get a closer look at an interesting spectacle.
Famous shoe tree of Espanola.
Apparently, shoe trees can be found around the world. Some people believe that the shoe tree started as a tradition of newlyweds throwing their shoes into the tree after getting married at a nearby chapel. This is the town of Whitefish Falls. It's on the traditional lands of the Whitefish River First Nation. It became an important logging and fishing town in the early 1900s. The area's fishing became well known. In 1943, in the midst of World War II, American President Franklin Delano Roosevelt fished in nearby McGregor Bay. A plaque commemorating the visit was installed on Birch Island just a few kilometers down the road. To begin, I took an unmarked trail from the road and immediately came across what looked like old sewer pipes.
I'm not exactly sure what these are from. They're pretty old.
Carrying on, I followed the trail northward.
I think we're officially on Heaven's Gate Trail.
We weren't. This turned out to be a branch off of the Heaven's Gate Trail. The actual trail, which is also known by its Anishinaabe name, was further west. Using only my cell phone app, I followed the trail as best I could, but clearly the trail app did not align with the actual trail markers.
Alright, so this is a bit of a gong show of a hike because we're not on any established trail, although there are kind of markings here and there. And I know generally where I'm headed. So we're just going to keep going that way. I think I see a trail marker way up in the distance.
We did intersect the actual Heaven's Gate Trail shortly thereafter.
So this is the Heaven's Gate Trail, and we're heading down a steep hill to a valley, and then hopefully up a steep hill to a nice lookout.
But still placing full trust in the app, we eventually wandered off of it again.
I'm asking for a soaker here, I think.
With daylight fading and the temperature dropping, I began to think we weren't going to reach our destination.
Okay, I gotta admit, I'm having a heck of a time staying on the trail here. There's private property to the left and the right, and I'm trying to avoid going on that. The trail markers don't seem to agree with my app that I've been using, so I don't know if I can trust that app right now.
I couldn't. It often disagreed with the tree markers.
Still a beautiful area to be in. I'm not really complaining.
After wasting several minutes, we decided to shorten the hike and make the most of the day. While enjoying our snack, I drew up my conclusions on today's experiment. At this time of year, in a hardwood forest, when the leaves are down, everything looks like a trail. There are clear paths in almost every direction, but none of them are actually trails. And while trail apps are a good resource at times, they cannot be trusted as the only source of navigation. Mick and I were doing this in a safe manner. We were never actually disoriented. I knew Lake Huron was to the south, Highway 6 to our east, and the mountains were to the northwest. That said, it was still an interesting experience. I knew beforehand, as probably did you, trusting a trail app exclusively would likely result in some confusion. It did. I don't recommend it. Well, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.